The next word is throne. Throne means a special chair for a king, queen, or ruler, often symbolizing power and authority. The king sat on his throne during the ceremony. This means the king sat on his special chair as part of an important event. The prince will inherit the throne when his father passes away. This means the prince will become the ruler and take the special chair when his father is no longer the king. The queen's throne was made of gold and jewels. This means the queen's chair was very expensive and decorated with valuable materials. The next word is timber. Timber means wood that is used for building or construction. The house was built using high-quality timber. This means the house was constructed with strong and durable wood. They used timber to make furniture and floors. This means they used wood to create furniture and cover the ground of the house. Timber is an important material in the construction industry. This means wood is a key material used in building structures. The next word is toddler. Toddler means a young child who is learning to walk, typically between the ages of 1 and 3. The toddler was learning to walk by holding on to the furniture. This means the young child was trying to walk while using the furniture for support. Her toddler loved playing with toys on the floor. This means her young child enjoyed playing with toys while sitting or crawling on the floor. The toddler smiled when he saw his parents. This means the young child was happy and showed his joy when he saw his parents. The next word is tolerance. Tolerance means the ability to accept or respect the opinions, beliefs, or behaviors of others, even if they are different from your own. The school promotes tolerance among its students. This means the school encourages its students to accept and respect each other's differences. We must have tolerance for people from different cultures. This means we should respect and accept people who come from various cultural backgrounds. Tolerance is important in creating peaceful communities. This means accepting different ideas and people helps build harmony in society. The next word is toughness. Toughness means the quality of being strong, durable, or able to withstand difficult conditions. His toughness helped him survive the harsh conditions of the wilderness. This means his strength and ability to handle difficulties allowed him to stay alive in a difficult environment. The toughness of the material made it perfect for the construction project. This means the material was strong enough to endure the stresses of the building process. She admired his toughness during the competition. This means she respected his strength and determination while competing. The next word is tractor. Tractor means a large vehicle used for farming or pulling heavy loads. The farmer used a tractor to plow the field. This means the farmer used the large vehicle to turn the soil for planting crops. Tractors are essential for many farming tasks. This means tractors are necessary tools for various activities in farming. The tractor broke down in the middle of the field. This means the large vehicle stopped working while it was on the farm. The next word is trader. Trader means a person who buys and sells goods or services as a job. The trader bought goods from different countries and sold them in the market. This means the person purchased products from various places and sold them to others. She became a successful trader by understanding the market trends. This means she made a lot of money by knowing how the buying and selling of goods worked. The trader offered a discount to attract more customers. This means the person selling goods reduced the prices to get more people to buy. The next word is trait. Trait means a distinguishing characteristic or quality, especially of a person's character. Honesty is a trait that people admire in her. This means people respect her because she is truthful and sincere. One of his most noticeable traits is his kindness. This means his kindness is one of the most obvious qualities about him. The trait of being patient helped him in his job as a teacher. This means being calm and able to wait patiently was an important quality for him to be a good teacher. The next word is tranquility. Tranquility means a state of calmness or peacefulness. She enjoyed the tranquility of the quiet countryside. This means she liked the peaceful and calm atmosphere of the rural area. The sound of the river brought a sense of tranquility to the forest. This means the sound of water flowing created a calm, peaceful feeling in the woods. Yoga helped him find tranquility after a busy day. This means practicing yoga helped him feel calm and relaxed after a hectic day. The next word is transition. Transition means the process of changing from one state or condition to another. The transition from childhood to adulthood can be challenging. This means the change from being a child to becoming an adult can be difficult. He helped the company through a difficult transition after the merger. This means he supported the company during the challenging period of change following the joining of two businesses. The transition between seasons brings changes in weather. This means the change from one season to another causes the weather to change. The next word is transmission. Transmission means the act of sending or transferring something like information or energy. The transmission of data over the internet is very fast today. This means the sending of information through the internet happens quickly now. The transmission of electricity is important for powering cities. This means sending electricity from power plants to cities is necessary to provide energy. The car's transmission needed repair after it stopped working. This means the part of the car that helps it change gears was broken and required fixing. The next word is transplant. Transplant means to move something, especially a plant or organ, from one place to another. The doctor performed a heart transplant to save his life. This means the doctor moved a healthy heart from another person into his chest to help him survive. She decided to transplant the flowers to a larger pot. This means she moved the flowers into a bigger container to give them more space to grow. The transplant of the tree was successful, and it grew well in its new location. This means moving the tree to a different place worked, and the tree grew healthy there. The next word is trash. Trash means waste or things that are no longer useful. She threw the empty bottle in the trash. This means she put the bottle in the waste container because it was no longer needed. The park was cleaned up after people left their trash behind. This means the park was tidied after visitors left waste or unwanted items. They collected the trash from the street after the festival. This means they gathered the waste and rubbish from the street following the event. The next word is trauma. Trauma means a deeply disturbing or distressing experience or injury. The accident caused him emotional trauma that took years to heal. This means the accident was so upsetting that it affected his emotions for a long time. She suffered physical trauma from the fall, but recovered with treatment. This means she had injuries from falling, but got better after medical care. The trauma of losing a loved one can be very hard to overcome. This means the pain and sadness from losing someone important can be very difficult to deal with. The next word is treaty. Treaty means a formal agreement between two or more countries. The countries signed a treaty to end the war. This means the countries officially agreed to stop fighting through a formal document. The peace treaty brought stability to the region. This means the agreement helped create peace and order in the area. A trade treaty was signed to improve economic relations. This means an agreement was made to encourage trade and economic cooperation between the countries. The next word is tribute. Tribute means an act or statement that shows respect or admiration for someone. The city paid tribute to the heroes who fought for freedom. This means the city honored the people who helped secure freedom through a respectful ceremony. The actor received a tribute for his contributions to film. This means the actor was praised and honored for his important work in movies. The tribute concert raised money for charity. This means the concert held to honor someone helped raise funds for a good cause. The next word is trilogy. Trilogy means a set of 3 related books, movies, or plays. The director made a trilogy about the adventures of a hero. This means the director created 3 movies that tell a connected story about a hero. She finished reading the fantasy trilogy last week. This means she completed the 3 books in a fantasy series. The movie trilogy was very popular among fans. This means the series of 3 movies gained a lot of fans and attention. The next word is trio. Trio means a group of 3 people or things. The band performed as a trio with 3 musicians playing together. This means the musical group had 3 members who performed together. They formed a trio to compete in the singing contest. This means 3 people decided to work together and enter a singing competition. The trio of friends went on a trip together. This means 3 friends traveled together as a group. The next word is troops. Troops means soldiers or military forces. The troops were sent to the front line to defend the country. This means the soldiers were sent to fight in the war. The general commanded the troops to march towards the battlefield. This means the leader ordered the soldiers to move towards the place where they would fight. The troops celebrated after winning the battle. This means the soldiers were happy and celebrated their victory after fighting. The next word is turmoil. Turmoil means a state of confusion, disorder, or unrest. The country was in turmoil after the political crisis. This means the country was in a state of chaos and disorder due to the political problems. The sudden changes in the company caused turmoil among the employees. This means the unexpected events created confusion and stress among the workers. The nation faced economic turmoil during the recession. This means the country experienced a difficult and unstable time with its economy during the downturn. The next word is undertaking. Undertaking means a task or project that is difficult or requires effort. Building the new bridge was a huge undertaking. This means constructing the bridge was a very large and challenging task. Starting his own business was a major undertaking. This means beginning his own company was a big and demanding project. The charity's undertaking to provide clean water was successful. This means the charity's effort to give clean water to people was accomplished and worked well. The next word is unrest. Unrest means a state of dissatisfaction, disturbance, or tension. The country experienced political unrest after the election. This means there were problems and disturbances in the country due to dissatisfaction with the election results. The workers went on strike to express their unrest about the working conditions. This means the workers stopped working to show their dissatisfaction with how they were treated. There was unrest in the city after the protest turned violent. This means the situation in the city became chaotic and tense after the protest became aggressive. The next word is upkeep. Upkeep means the process of maintaining or taking care of something. The upkeep of the old house requires a lot of work. This means keeping the house in good condition takes a lot of effort and care. He paid for the upkeep of the garden to keep it beautiful. This means he provided money for the maintenance of the garden so it would stay nice. The school's upkeep was funded by donations from the community. This means the money needed to maintain the school came from the community's contributions. The next word is urge. Urge means a strong desire or recommendation to do something. She had an urge to eat something sweet after dinner. This means she felt a strong desire to have a sweet snack. The doctor urged him to exercise more for his health. This means the doctor strongly recommended that he should do more physical activity. I urge you to take action before it's too late. This means I strongly suggest you do something now rather than waiting. The next word is vaccination. Vaccination means the process of getting a vaccine to protect against disease. The government launched a vaccination campaign to prevent the flu. This means the government started a program to give people flu vaccines to protect them. She received her vaccination before traveling abroad. This means she got the vaccine to protect herself from diseases before going to another country. The vaccination of children is important to avoid outbreaks of diseases. This means giving vaccines to children is necessary to prevent the spread of illnesses. The next word is vaccine. Vaccine means a substance used to protect against a specific disease by stimulating the immune system. The flu vaccine helps protect people from getting the flu. This means the flu shot prevents people from catching the flu by boosting their immunity. The COVID-19 vaccine was developed quickly to fight the pandemic. This means the vaccine for COVID-19 was created fast to help stop the spread of the disease. Many people received the vaccine to reduce the risk of serious illness. This means a lot of people took the vaccine to lower their chances of getting very sick. The next word is validity. Validity means the state of being legally or logically acceptable or sound. The validity of his argument was questioned by the professor. This means the professor doubted whether his reasoning or argument was strong or correct. She checked the validity of the tickets before allowing people into the event. This means she confirmed that the tickets were real and usable before letting anyone enter. The validity of the contract was confirmed by both parties. This means both sides agreed that the contract was legal and official. The next word is vandalism. Vandalism means the act of deliberately destroying or damaging something. The wall was covered in graffiti as a result of vandalism. This means the wall was damaged by people who painted on it in an unauthorized way. The store suffered vandalism when windows were broken during the riot. This means the store was damaged when people intentionally broke its windows during the protest. He was arrested for vandalism after he damaged a public bench. This means he was caught and taken into custody for destroying a public bench. The next word is vanity. Vanity means excessive pride in one's appearance or achievements. Her vanity made her spend hours getting ready for the party. This means she focused too much on her looks and spent a lot of time preparing. He was known for his vanity and always admired himself in the mirror. This means he had a lot of pride in his appearance and liked looking at himself. Vanity can sometimes lead people to focus too much on their outer appearance. This means being overly concerned with one's looks can cause people to neglect other important things. The next word is velvet. Velvet means a soft, smooth fabric with a rich texture. She wore a beautiful velvet dress to the ceremony. This means her dress was made of a soft and luxurious fabric with a smooth texture. The sofa was covered in velvet, making it feel very comfortable. This means the couch had a soft and smooth material that made it nice to sit on. He touched the velvet curtains and admired their softness. This means he felt the curtains made of soft fabric and appreciated how they felt. The next word is venture. Venture means a risky or daring journey or project. Starting a new business is always a venture, with many challenges. This means creating a new company involves taking risks and facing difficulties. They decided to venture into the unknown and explore new opportunities. This means they chose to take risks and look for new possibilities. The explorers set off on a dangerous venture to discover new lands. This means the adventurers began a risky journey to find unknown places. The next word is verdict. Verdict means a decision or judgment made by a judge or jury in a legal case. The jury returned a verdict of guilty after the trial. This means the jury decided that the person was guilty after reviewing the evidence. The verdict of the trial shocked everyone in the courtroom. This means the decision made by the judge or jury surprised all the people present. The judge gave a fair verdict based on the facts of the case. This means the judge made a reasonable and just decision after considering all the details. The next word is veteran. Veteran means a person with a lot of experience in a particular field, especially a former soldier. The veteran shared his stories from the war with the new recruits. This means the experienced soldier told his stories to those who were just starting their service. He is a veteran of the music industry, having worked for decades. This means he has many years of experience in the music field. The veteran athlete retired after a long and successful career. This means the experienced sports player stopped competing after many years of playing. The next word is vice. Vice means immoral or wicked behavior or a bad habit. He struggled with the vice of smoking for many years. This means he had the bad habit of smoking, which was harmful to his health. Greed is considered a vice because it leads to selfish actions. This means greed is seen as immoral because it makes people act in ways that hurt others. The counselor helped him overcome his vices and live a healthier life. This means the therapist assisted him in getting rid of his bad habits to improve his well-being. The next word is villager. Villager means a person who lives in a village. The villagers gathered at the town square for the festival. This means the people who live in the village came together in the center of the village to celebrate. The villager invited us to her home for tea. This means the person from the village asked us to come to her house for a drink. The villagers worked together to build a new school. This means the people living in the village collaborated to construct a new educational building. The next word is virgin. Virgin means someone who has never had sexual intercourse or something that is in its original unspoiled state. She remained a virgin until her wedding day. This means she had never engaged in sexual activity before her marriage. The forest was virgin, untouched by human activity. This means the forest had not been disturbed or altered by people, keeping its natural state. The virgin land was cleared for farming. This means the land had not been used for farming before, and it was in its original condition. The next word is virtue. Virtue means moral excellence, behavior showing high moral standards. Honesty is a virtue that is valued in many cultures. This means being truthful is a quality that is appreciated by people in various societies. She is admired for her virtue and kindness toward others. This means she is respected for her good character and compassionate behavior. Patience is considered a virtue in many spiritual teachings. This means being able to wait calmly without getting upset is regarded as a positive quality. The next word is vitality. Vitality means the state of being strong, healthy, and full of energy. Her vitality allowed her to run long distances without feeling tired. This means her energy and strength made it possible for her to run for a long time without exhaustion. The city is known for its vitality, with many events and activities taking place. This means the city is lively and full of energy, with a lot of things happening. He recovered his vitality after a few weeks of rest and good nutrition. This means he regained his strength and energy after taking time to recover and eat well. The next word is vocation. Vocation means a strong feeling of suitability for a particular career or occupation, often one that involves helping others. She found her vocation as a teacher, helping students learn and grow. This means she discovered that teaching was the job she was passionate about. He felt a deep vocation to serve others and became a doctor. This means he had a strong desire and calling to help people, which led him to pursue a career in medicine. Many people see nursing as a vocation because it involves caring for others. This means nursing is often seen as more than just a job, but a profession driven by a passion for helping people. The next word is voter. Voter means a person who has the right to vote in an election. The voters cast their ballots in the national election. This means the people who are eligible to vote made their choice in the election. Only registered voters are allowed to participate in the election. This means people must be officially listed in the voter registry to be able to vote. The voter turnout was higher than expected during the local elections. This means more people voted than what was predicted for the local elections. The next word is vow. Vow means a serious promise or commitment. They made a vow to support each other through thick and thin. This means they promised to always stand by each other no matter the circumstances. She took a vow to protect the environment and reduce waste. This means she made a commitment to care for the planet and limit pollution. He broke his vow to stop smoking after a few months. This means he failed to keep his promise of quitting smoking after some time. The next word is warehouse. Warehouse means a large building used for storing goods or products. The company stored its products in a huge warehouse near the port. This means the company kept its items in a large building close to the shipping area. The warehouse was filled with boxes of clothes ready to be shipped. This means the large storage building contained many boxes of clothing that were waiting to be sent out. They rented a warehouse to keep their furniture while they moved. This means they rented a large building to store their furniture during their relocation. The next word is weed. Weed means a type of plant that grows in unwanted places, often considered a nuisance. She spent hours pulling weeds from her garden. This means she removed the unwanted plants that were growing in her garden. The weeds quickly grew back after the rain. This means the unwanted plants started growing again after the rainfall. Farmers use special tools to remove weeds from their fields. This means farmers use equipment to get rid of the unwanted plants that might affect their crops. The next word is whim. Whim means a sudden and impulsive desire or decision, often without much thought. She bought the expensive dress on a whim. This means she made an impulse decision to purchase the dress without planning. He decided to travel to Paris on a whim, not having thought about it beforehand. This means he suddenly felt like going to Paris and made the decision without much consideration. On a whim, they booked a last-minute flight to the beach. This means they decided to go on a trip to the beach spontaneously and without much planning. The next word is wilderness. Wilderness means an area of land that is wild and not cultivated or developed. They went on a hiking trip through the wilderness of the national park. This means they hiked in the untamed and natural part of the national park. The wilderness is home to many rare species of animals. This means the wild areas are where animals that are not often found elsewhere live. Surviving in the wilderness requires great skills and preparation. This means living in wild, undeveloped areas needs knowledge and readiness to handle difficult conditions. The next word is willpower. Willpower means the ability to control one's actions, emotions, or behavior, especially in difficult situations. He used his willpower to resist eating junk food while on a diet. This means he controlled his desire for unhealthy food in order to stick to his diet. Quitting smoking requires a lot of willpower and determination. This means stopping smoking takes a strong inner strength and commitment. Her willpower helped her complete the marathon even when she was exhausted. This means her mental strength allowed her to finish the race despite being very tired. The next word is withdrawal. Withdrawal means the process of taking something back or stopping an action, especially when stopping a substance or habit. He experienced headaches and anxiety during his withdrawal from caffeine. This means he felt physical and emotional symptoms after stopping his intake of caffeine. Her withdrawal from the online game took longer than expected. This means it was harder for her to stop playing the game than she thought it would be. Withdrawal symptoms can be challenging when trying to quit smoking. This means the physical and emotional effects of stopping smoking can be difficult to handle. The next word is woodland. Woodland means an area covered with trees and shrubs, often in a natural state. They took a walk through the woodland, enjoying the fresh air and the sounds of birds. This means they walked in the forested area, appreciating the natural environment. The woodland was home to many animals, including deer and rabbits. This means the forested area provided a habitat for various animals. The children played in the woodland near their home after school. This means the children spent time in the nearby forest area as a recreational activity. The next word is workaholic. Workaholic means a person who is constantly working and has a strong desire to work, often at the expense of other aspects of life. He is a workaholic and rarely takes time off from the office. This means he works very hard and doesn't take much time away from his job. She's a workaholic, always checking emails even during vacations. This means she can't stop working and continues to look at work messages even when she's on holiday. Being a workaholic can lead to burnout if you don't manage your time well. This means constantly working without proper rest can cause physical and mental exhaustion. The next word is wreck. Wreck means the destruction or damage of something, especially a vehicle or structure. The car was a total wreck after the accident. This means the car was severely damaged and destroyed in the crash. The shipwreck left the crew stranded on an island. This means the ship was destroyed and the people on board were left without a way to escape. They found the wreck of an old airplane in the forest. This means they discovered the remains of a crashed plane in the woods. The next word is wreckage. Wreckage means the remains of something that has been destroyed, especially after an accident or disaster. The wreckage of the building was scattered across the street. This means the destroyed parts of the building were spread out over the road. Rescue teams were searching through the wreckage for survivors. This means the emergency teams were looking through the destroyed materials to find any people who were still alive. The wreckage of the plane was found in the mountains. This means the remains of the crashed airplane were located in the mountain area. The next word is wrinkle. Wrinkle means a small line or fold, often on the skin or fabric, that appears due to aging or pressure. She noticed a wrinkle on her forehead when she looked in the mirror. This means she saw a line or crease on her forehead, often a sign of aging. Ironing the shirt removed all the wrinkles. This means using an iron smoothed out the folds and creases on the shirt. His face had many wrinkles from years of smiling and laughing. This means his face had many lines due to his age and expressions over time. The next word is xenophobia. Xenophobia means the fear or dislike of people from other countries or cultures. His xenophobia led him to avoid interacting with people who were not from his country. This means he was afraid of or did not want to engage with people from other nations. Xenophobia can lead to prejudice and discrimination against foreign people. This means fear or hatred of others can result in unfair treatment of people from different backgrounds. The rise in xenophobia is a concerning issue in many countries. This means the increasing fear or hatred of foreigners is a worrying problem in many places. The next word is ethics. Ethics means the moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conduct of an activity. The company follows strict ethics to ensure fairness and honesty in business. This means the company has high moral standards to ensure that they operate fairly and truthfully. Doctors are required to adhere to medical ethics when treating patients. This means doctors must follow moral guidelines when providing care. Teaching ethics in schools helps students understand right from wrong. This means educating young people about moral principles helps them make good decisions. The next word is morals. Morals means the beliefs or principles about what is right or wrong. Her morals guided her to help others in need. This means her beliefs about right and wrong inspired her to assist people who needed help. The story teaches valuable morals about honesty and kindness. This means the lesson of the story is about the importance of being truthful and compassionate. Morals can vary between cultures, but generally reflect ideas of good behavior. This means different cultures may have different moral beliefs, but they all generally promote positive actions. The next word is ties. Ties means connections or relationships between people, groups, or organizations. They have strong ties with their business partners in Europe. This means they have close relationships or connections with their business associates in Europe. The community has deep ties to its cultural traditions. This means the community has strong connections to its cultural practices and customs. Political ties between the two countries have improved in recent years. This means the relationship or connection between the two countries has gotten better over time. The next word is allege. Allege means to claim or state something is true, usually without proof. He alleges that he saw the thief near the store. This means he claims he saw the person who stole something, but there is no evidence yet. The police allege that the suspect was involved in the crime. This means the police say that the person might have committed the crime, but it's not proven yet. She alleged that the company misled customers about their products. This means she claimed that the company provided false information to people, although it hasn't been confirmed. The next word is amend. Amend means to make changes or improvements to something, usually a law or document. The government decided to amend the law to protect the environment better. This means the government chose to change the law in order to improve its ability to protect nature. She amended her speech after receiving feedback from the audience. This means she made changes to her speech to improve it based on what people said. The contract was amended to include a new clause about payment terms. This means the contract was updated with an additional detail regarding how payments should be made. The next word is arouse. Arouse means to bring out or provoke a strong feeling or reaction. The movie aroused a lot of emotions in the audience. This means the film caused the audience to feel strong emotions like sadness, joy, or fear. His speech aroused interest in the topic of climate change. This means his talk made people interested in learning more about climate change. The news report aroused public concern about the safety of the product. This means the news made people worried about how safe the product was to use. The next word is assemble. Assemble means to gather people or things together in one place. The teacher asked the students to assemble in the hall for the meeting. This means the teacher told the students to come together in the hall for the event. They assembled the furniture by following the instructions carefully. This means they put the furniture pieces together according to the provided guide. The workers will assemble the new computers in the factory. This means the workers will put together the parts of the computers in the factory. The next word is bind. Bind means to tie or fasten something securely, often with a rope or similar material. She used a rope to bind the books together. This means she tied the books with a rope so they stayed together. The contract binds both parties to the agreement. This means the contract legally forces both people or groups to follow the terms they agreed to. The story binds the characters in a common goal to find the treasure. This means the story brings the characters together with a shared purpose of finding something valuable.